Zoom. And
it was an emotional day for me.
all right, so I'm Sanjay Dalal, the founder and CEO of oGoing. Welcome to our Business Networking Roundtable today, March 31st, at the end of Q1 2021, as they say. First quarter is done. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And before we get started, I want to start with a quick poll, just get a pulse, if you may. And then we will do a roundtable where we get to introduce all of us. So let's do a quick poll here about your sales. If you are not selling something, don't worry, you can just give any response you want or just say about the same. The question is, how are your sales in Q1 21, which is this first quarter that just ended, compared to last year? And we'd like to get a quick pulse of how things are going or what's going on, as they say.
The police officers on the scene have this point, and I know that had to resonate with jurors as they think about the reasonableness.
So we got some responses in. 75% have voted, 10 of 13. A lot of good responses I'm seeing here. So I'm going to give you guys 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Time is up, folks. I'm going to end the poll and share the results. So that is good. I mean, I'm seeing some positive traction here compared to last year for sure, or some of the polls we have done previously. So nobody said it's getting worse, which is a great positive. Of course, there's a much smaller audience. It's about the same as 18%. 2 people, and it's getting better, which is what we want to hear, 82%. So I'm hoping that this kind of results, stay with us for the whole year and actually keep going for the rest of the year. But I also did this poll, actually, mind you. I thought I'll share something that I had done on Twitter earlier, for everybody to respond in a bigger setting. So let me just share with you what I found there, in a slightly bigger audience. This was California business owners. And as you can see in that scenario, same question. It was interesting to note that we had 37% said it's getting worse with a larger audience. About the same was 26%, and 37% said it's getting better. So I guess the positive spin could be that 63% are feeling better or doing better, or same or better. Or you can take the negative of it and say, well, 63% is the same or getting worse. So it's quite even, Steven, for sure, at a slightly bigger scale. But in any case, I thought I'll share with you a larger audience and how they're thinking of. Again, I'm Sanjay Dalal, the founder and CEO of oGoing. oGoing is a business community. It's business to business. So all of us who are business owners, professionals, and CEOs can all join oGoing and share your business stories, connect to other businesses, and share what's going on. So I'm going to have the roundtable here. Everybody, it's a small audience here. So take a minute or so, introduce yourself, talk about your business, talk about what's going on, and talk about what referral you need today to be successful, let's say, starting this quarter, the new quarter coming up. So let's start with Dave Austin. Dave, let's go.
Hey, Sanjay, somebody is talking in the background. We can't hear. Maybe they should mute.
Yeah, so if you have something running in the background, please mute your mic, please.
Died from drug overdose.
I can probably talk over some of that.
Who's talking? Just list.
And appeared to be perfectly fine, not on his way to death.
Got a radio going.
All right, I'm going to first mute all and then have folks restart. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Dave again to unmute, and Dave, go ahead and share your business and your story, please.
Okay, Dave Austin, National Cost Recovery Services. We're expense reduction consultants. These days, I'm looking for any business that wants to reduce their expenses. I have a vendor partner It uses artificial intelligence to find where you're being overcharged on your expenses. And then we go in and negotiate those costs down, and everything is done on a contingent basis. If we don't find a savings for you, you're not going to pay us. So it's a win-win for a business. And when I say any business, I'm talking, the only requirement I have is that they make 500,000 in annual gross revenue. They're at that size or better, we can save them money. And on average, we're saving 25% across the board on all expenses. So it's a win-win, and it's fairly simple process.
So Dave, you mentioned the revenue. What about the expense? What is the minimum expense you're looking for?
Well, what we're looking for is any expense. The vendor partner has a $6 trillion, that's with a T, database of expenses. So they're looking at anything and everything. Basically, I get a copy of the GL, we plug it into the computer, and through AI, they're able to identify the business, the size, the scope of your business, as well as everything else in that $6 trillion, $10 million, or $6 trillion, 10 million businesses. And they identify that, and they find where you're being overcharged. And then we go into the business. If you're being overcharged, we go in and negotiate to get those charges down and on par with your competitors. And if somebody doesn't want to negotiate, we'll go back to the client, tell them they're not wanting to negotiate. Do you want us to move you? Yes or no? That's their decision, not ours. And in most cases, unless it's somebody's son-in-law, they are going to negotiate because we've got the data in front of us. We're not going in blind and just asking for it. We're showing them where we have the data to do it. So I'm excited about it. It's a win-win for a business. Like I say, the company or my company and my contemporaries, about 200 of us, we're averaging right now today $1.2 million a day in savings for our collected clients.
Oh, wow.
That's a good number. And so that's why I'm excited about it. And going forward with it, we've been on board with this company, this vendor, for this service for a little over 40 days, if my memory serves me correctly. But that's the kind of numbers we're looking at. In the first 25 days, we saved collectively 25 million.
Got it. That's great, Dave. Dave, add your name, your email, and your contact information in the chat here as well, so folks can get in touch with you.
I'll do that.
Thank you, Dave. Let's go to. Thank you. Yes, thanks for joining. Let's go to John Carr. John, go ahead, please. Good to see you. John, you have to unmute your mic. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, John.
Okay. Well, I'm the founder of the Charitable Giving Foundation. It's a little unusual company. I hope you don't take this in the negative, but my IT and webmaster said, if you're over 70 and it's the truth and it's a fact, it is not bragging. But I retired when I was 34 years old in San Rafael, California, laying around my pool. After a while, I felt a little guilty. I was a professional fundraiser for charities, so I decided that to give back because I had a lot of help. I wasn't a self-made person. I wasn't that gifted, but I was around the right people and the right doors opened, and I was at the right place at the right time. So I was very fortunate in being able to retire at 34. And my wife and I didn't need any more money, so we decided to set up a business that did not sell anything, and all I did was promote other businesses. So I made arrangements and affiliations with all the major retailers in the world. And I asked the charities that I was supporting just to send their donors and supporters. Yep. Now, as a professional fundraiser, you have to have people that have money. You have golf tournaments, 5Ks, banquets, and so forth. And I decided to go after every consumer, because every consumer, even if they're on welfare, college kids struggling to get through school, they make purchases. So I had many businesses in Marin County where I started, and I asked them one question: if I can get my charities to send you people, would you give them a donation back if they purchased your product or your service? Every business asked me the same thing. It depends on how much we have to give up. And I said, what if you didn't have to give a dime of your profit up? They said, well, that'd be a no-brainer. And I said, well, I noticed you advertised on TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, and even direct mail back then. Keep in mind, back in 1974, we didn't have cell phones or computers. So anyway, every business agreed to do this. So I went back to my charities and they said, fine, we'll refer them. And then I made a little change. I had businesses start sending the donation to the Charitable Giving Foundation. And because of this pandemic, I changed my concept. My original concept was I required whatever the consumer purchased, I would donate a donation in their name to their favorite charity at no cost to them. But now the pandemic, I had a lot of people saying, John, my favorite charity is my family. I don't like your requirement that when I make a purchase and I have to have a donation go to a charity, I don't even support charities anymore. So I decided, I noticed the other gentleman said it's a win-win situation. I have a win for the consumer, I have a win for the business, and a win for the charity. My wife and I have taken no money. We give 100% of everything that comes into the Charitable Giving Foundation away. And so the consumer now is getting part of their own purchase back. And of course, you probably realize that the credit cards became quite popular because they started giving points or even cash back when you use their credit cards. So now the consumer has the incentive to use the Charitable Giving Foundation and make their normal purchases. I'm not selling anything and asking them to buy anything they're not buying now. If they want to keep shopping at Walmart and buy the same things, they can do it through the Charitable Giving Foundation. The only difference is I'll give them part of their purchase back. I'll make a donation to their favorite cause. And then I've got what we call certified associates. These are my people that want to represent the Charitable Giving Foundation.
John, you have 30 more seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. And so anyway, it's very simple. All I'm doing is redirecting what people are already spending back to themselves, back to their favorite cause. And I now employ people as certified associates that want to promote the Charitable Giving Foundation. Thank you very kindly, and I'll be glad to answer any questions if people want to contact me.
Absolutely, John. So yes, this is an open forum. So definitely you can communicate via chat as well as towards the later half after we are done with the main topic. And yeah, do add your contact information in the chat, John, your name, your email, phone number, and if you can, the link to your website as well. Thank you.
For some reason, my screen went off. Do you have any idea?
No, we can still see you, John. So click on chat at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, Deepak, go ahead, share yourself.
Hi, my name is Deepak Hira, and I sales partner of EPSG, Electronic Payment Solution Group. And we accept a credit card and merchant processing. We do the lending, and we work with the 5 sponsor bank and 9 platform, so we can get any deal approved, even the high risk like online pharmacy, CBD, dispensary, or any e-commerce. So we work with all the gateways, including Shopify. And so we are in the credit card business for with a 30 years experience. And we have all over the country about 400 sales partners and ADP. We have inbound our client support and the underwriting. So we get the approval, any deal within 24 hours. So my name is Deepak Hira. I'm the sales partner of EPSG. And we also started doing it that on a multi-currencies. So you can take any currency in anywhere in the world, and you will get deposit your money back in US dollar. So you have website, you can accept 50 currency, 190 countries.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. And let's connect. And we are looking for referral partners.
Yep.
And we give the lifetime residual. So you can earn the lifetime. So
Deepak, can you also add your contacts and everything in the chat? Yes, please.
Sure, I'll do that. And looking forward for more calls like this. Thank you, Sanjay, for doing this for us.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak, for joining. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yes, you're looking good there. Let's go with Bruce here. Bruce Webb, yes.
Hello, I'm Bruce Webb. I'm in Los Angeles, and
Yeah.
I am working with wonderful people like Dave Austin when it comes to the incredible deals that he has. So if you want to increase your bottom line when it comes to any operating expenses you can think of, call Dave.
Yeah.
I also have some other arrows in my quiver. One is a wellness program that doesn't cost the employer anything, and it saves them $500 a year per employee because it's a pre-tax wellness benefit over and above whatever health insurance and wellness benefits they already have. And more importantly, it saves the employer. Not only does the employee get this wonderful wellness benefit, including telemedicine, but they get about $1,500 to $2,000 a year in a life annuity that they can take with them when they leave. So it's a no-cost benefit to the employer. The employee loves it because they get benefits all over. And it's a great way to keep people from leaving during COVID. I also have a line of credit that's incredibly unique. It is great for startup companies and for construction loans and renovation loans and movie making, oddly enough.
Oh, wow.
So if you have somebody who's in the movie making business, this is ideal for them. If they have a startup and a great idea, and maybe they're in the Series A or angel funding, like Ty has, I know, angel funding programs. This is a really good option for that. It's a private wholesale lender, and they have incredible rates and deals and no personal guarantees.
What's the rate there? What's the range?
3.5%.
Oh, wow, that's a great rate, Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ideal. And all they care about is you have a business plan, and there's a few other things that we can talk about.
Absolutely. So John, I see that you added some information. Make sure you add your email and phone number as well. And I see you doing that. And Deepak, you do the same. What I'm going to do is after the roundtable is completed, I'm going to share this chat with everybody, right? So everybody's contacts, their phone numbers, emails, whatever is the best way to connect with you will be all here in the chat, and we will share it with all of the folks via email. So everybody can do that. So that's why it's useful to add your information here. Thank you, Bruce. Great intro. Appreciate it here.
Right.
Hark, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm Hark Vasa and was interested to learn more about what Bruce was talking about, raising money. So I'll just tell you where we are, what we are trying to do. Our company is right now LLC. Next quarter will be changing to C Corporation, and then we go to raise money. We are a Popeye company. Popeye is in business of doing teeth whitening business. So we have teeth whitening products which we are selling all over the world to consumers as well as to dental offices. At the present time, our run rate is about $300,000. We plan to bring it to $10 million in the next 5 years. We are going to be raising about $500,000 in the next quarter. And with that, we expect to grow the revenue to $2 million next year, and then go from there to $10 million in 3 more years. The market potential for this business is in billions, because every consumer can use this product, every dental office can use this product. So the total addressable market is in millions and billions of dollars. So we are right now aggressively pursuing marketing. We just signed a contract with Target. So Target will be selling our products online. And we are negotiating with a number of other business entities. We are also expanding reach to dental market by working through major dental distributors. So our goals are very high, and market potential is huge. So we expect to get there soon. And once I get the details about Bruce Webb, I would send you our pitch. And what our business is, and then you can tell us if it's feasible for you to give us the money.
Good. That's great, Hark. I'm glad you guys found each other. So I know Bruce just added his information in the chat. I think you should do the same, and
yes,
that way you guys can connect right after the call as well. Yeah. Thank you, Hark, for good to see you. Looking good there.
Thank you.
Yes, and happy birthday. A little belated one, but I saw the note on Facebook.
Yeah, and just one more quick thing as you're talking about a charity. I am also involved in the charity in the sense that I'm involved about 3 or 4 non-profit entities. The one which is my favorite right now is Lila Dance, where I'm a chairman and we are raising money for them to have an endowment established. And happy to report that we are already at $650,000 endowment towards $1 million goal. So we are making very good progress. We are teaching Kathak dancing to more than 100 people right now, and as soon as this places open up after COVID, we are going to have a major production and at 1,000-seat theaters in the Hollywood area. So
Fantastic. That's a great update. And please share about the link in
yeah,
the website
yeah.
as well.
As soon as this COVID thing is under control and we can actually use the theaters to do performances, I will let you guys all know. So anybody wants to attend it, you can come and enjoy the performances.
Thank you so much, Hark. Let's go with John King. John, go ahead, please. John, you have to unmute your mic, John. We can see you. We can't hear you. Okay, there you go.
Okay, here I am. John King, Promo King Marketing. Most of you guys know me because I've been hanging around Sanjay.
Don't speak up a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I said I've been hanging around Sanjay and going to his meetings for years, so most of you probably know me.
Yes.
You branded apparel a lot now since COVID. PPE stuff, not so much now. And marketing promotional items. Seems like the trade shows are coming back. A lot of my clients call me up. Into the late spring, summer, fall, trade shows definitely coming back. So I think on the COVID, we probably turned the corner.
Yes.
So the clients are grateful I'm around. A lot of people in my industry aren't around. So I am here doing everything I can. Like branded apparel, like Sanjay's on the Zoom, and you can see the name of his company. But most people,
this shirt was provided by John, so thank you, John.
They sit there on Zoom for an hour or two, and it's like, gee, they can't tell who I am or what my company is. That's right. Zoom educates you. So when you're on Zoom, I think you should be wearing. Of course, I'm not, but you know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I've known John for like a long time. He has been
long time.
An ardent supporter.
I had a lot of success with Sanjay and his various services. They've been very instrumental in growing my business. So, if I can help you grow your business, get you like a walking billboard with you wearing a branded apparel, samples are free. Hey, let me know. I stand at the ready.
Yeah, I love the shirts, the hats, the beach balls. If you guys need oGoing beach balls, just send me a note. I'll be happy to send them to you. Summer is coming up fast. Let's go with Tony, my friend Walker, out in the Boston area. I haven't seen him in ages. Tony, go ahead, please. Tony, are you there? Tony's computer seems to be frozen there. We will wait till he comes back. Let's go with Yubin. Yubin, oops, are you still there?
Can you hear me, Sanjay?
Okay, Yubin, go ahead, please.
I think the other gentleman is ready.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, my name's Yubin Chang. I'm Korean American. I guess I'm the only female in this group, right? I'm in.
You are, yes.
Yeah, I'm in Gardena, California. We are a small manufacturing company. We actually started manufacturing the cotton sublimation binder that my husband founded and patented. But when the pandemic hit, we were right at the verge of marketing it, and then the pandemic just kind of shut us down. So we got into manufacturing. We have some 350 home and industrial cleaning products. Awesome products. We're launching our first 6 products in about 15 days. It's ready to launch. The next set of products are more industrial products, and we're just going to keep building. And I wanted to mention that I want John to become my big brother, John Carr, and Bruce Webb to be my other brother. I think those two gentlemen can help me launch and go far, far, far with my products.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining. And the products themselves, can you share a little more color about it? What do they do?
They are, the first 6 products are like the multi-purpose, which is the degreaser.
Okay.
They could be used in the food industry and everything. I mean, it just makes the products, like my dishwasher and the multi-purpose, they would make your old appliance look like they just arrived today. And you
Oh, wow.
unpeel the plastic film on the appliance. The thing with my lime calcium scale and rust remover would do the same amazing thing, just leaving your bathtub or sink just free of any residue and just shine like crazy.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to the launch and congratulations. I think you're almost there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for attending. Yes. So let's go to Balaji Rao. Balaji, go ahead, please. Balaji, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. I was unmuting, sorry. Good evening. My name is Balaji Rao. I'm the financial advisor with Vadal and Reed. I do comprehensive financial planning for individuals and the small business owners in terms of their retirement plans, life insurance, long-term care insurance, and tax planning. I do whole financial planning in a holistic way. Currently, I think one of the newest strategies that we have is without fee. If people are not getting any returns with their cash or CDs, you can invest in a strategy where you can invest in S&P or NASDAQ with an upside cap up to 15%. And then the downside, first 10% loss they take. And you can lock it at any time during 1 year. But you have to stay there for 6 years. So it is a very good CD alternative or somebody sitting in cash. So if you are interested in any of such different strategies, get in touch with me. I'll put my contact in the chat. Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you, Balaji. Balaji and I've known each other for forever. I guess more than 10 years is called forever now.
and we are Rotarians.
And we are part of Rotary Club. So, you know, as is my father here.
Yeah.
So thank you, Balaji, for your service and everything you do here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's go with Dhaval. Dhaval here is in Atlanta. Yes, go ahead, Dhaval.
Hi guys, I'm Deepak Patel. I go by DJ to make it easier for folks who cannot pronounce my name. After watching Full House, you know, from the West Coast, right, the TV show, so I got the idea of the DJ. Yes. I work professionally in technology space, but outside of my job, I run a home-based business. It's the Amway Global Opportunity. It's growing phenomenal right now. It's web-based, so I'm just focusing around helping focus around health, wellness, skincare, personal care. So in those category of products, we actually during the COVID, we launched a bunch of health-focused products, including a Tulsi product in America. So it's a holy basil product that is available that's help with building immunity and zinc, and so I'm looking to share some, we have launched a bunch of gummies form of products, all actually free of, it is a vegan friendly product. So I would love to share some samples of any of you who are interested. I came to here to network and see what Sanjay had to say here. So we are doing well there, especially with the market right now, especially a lot of people are paying attention to their health and unlike any time ever. So again, my name is Dhaval. With Amway Global. So I'll share my details. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhaval DJ. Appreciate it. Quickly, let's go to Pankaj. Pankaj Dal, sir, how are you?
Good afternoon, all. This is Pankaj Dal. Glad to be part of this.
Yeah.
I'm also in the financial services business, but my focus is I specialize in retirement plans for businesses only. I do not touch anything else. And one of the things that is going on in California, at least, is you may have heard of something called Cal Savers. So if you're a business that has at least 5 or more employees, at some point it will affect you. And what it is that you have to offer your employees a retirement plan. If you do not, then you have to enroll them in this thing called Cal Savers. Now, is it good, bad? I don't know. The thing is that you, as the owner of the business, need to make a decision whether you want to put yourselves in that situation or have a plan for your business, which you as the owner may be able to take advantage of, depending on how many employees you have and so on. And being that I'm fee-based, I am independent. So the only people I'm obligated are the clients. I can work with almost any investment company, insurance company, payroll company that is out there, including companies like ADP, Paychex, Paycom, and so on and so forth. So I will put my contact info in the chat. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaj. Good to see you. Looking good there. Thank you. Let's go back to Tony. Tony, are you back on? Tony Walker.
I am. Can you hear me this time?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, brilliant. When I grow up, I want to be like John Carr. But in the meantime, I'm in love with technology. And the technology that I'm attracted to has to do with health and cryptocurrency, totally separate subjects.
Yep.
But both are very innovative and very exciting at this time in life. The health one is a company called Limbic Arc, and that provides for you, to your cells, nutrition via an app. And it is technology which nobody really, unless you've experienced it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. And on the crypto is basically the things I've been involved in are crowdfunding. And this is all the businesses I'm involved in are totally international. I'm very excited about international business, so not confined to one place. And the great joy about crypto is it is very easy to be international without any hassle. Another one is a recently formed company, which is a way to accumulate Bitcoin through a similar type of crowdfunding arrangement. And the third one I just joined recently, and it's an extremely exciting company. And I'm using one of their platforms at the moment, and it does hyper compounding between cryptocurrencies. So you make a lot more money than you would if you're just sticking with fiat currency. That's what I am up to, and I will leave my name and number and so on, email. Anybody wants to chat about it, I'd love to chat with them.
I think we're going to do a roundtable on crypto very soon. So I think it's good time for you to, Tony, to maybe read up as much as you can and become as intelligent as you can. So you
well,
can
I'll introduce.
Potentially share with us some knowledge on that.
I'll introduce you to a gentleman who he's very inspiring. The success is unreal. Anyway,
right.
So yeah, it's exciting. Thank you.
Absolutely. Look forward to that, Tony. Good to see you again. Thank you. Let's go to Susie. Susie, are you here? Susie Chow. Susie, can you hear us? I see you're in the meeting.
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead, Susie. Yes.
Susie Chow, I can share. And not like most of you, that is a very interesting, product owner. And I am doing services. Okay. What I'm doing is IT Insure is a premier managed services provider.
Okay.
We help business to improve their productivity and secure their processing and making sure they're making more money. I'm not necessarily, push all the products. Everything that I would do is I will listen to what you need and look at your platform is really under your business before I will make the, recommendation. Well, connect with me, connect with me with the LinkedIn, connect with me with the Facebook. You will find out more what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. Good to hear you. I wish we could have seen you, but we'll do that next time. And please drop in your information in the chat area if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. My father, Bharat Dalal in India. How are you, Dad? Go ahead and unmute yourself, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make some observations.
Go ahead, please.
What happened in 1 year?
Yeah.
And we are again facing a serious problem. Again, the attack has come again, COVID, second phase or third phase. And number of cases are increasing tremendously.
Okay.
And fortunately, we are able to get vaccination. And I think more than 2 crores, that means about 20 million people have been already vaccinated.
In India.
Now, coming down to business, I like to make some observations. Number one, Indian companies have done remarkably well during this time, unbelievably. They have record performance. Secondly, they are getting used to the idea that is not necessary to meet customers upfront. You can meet them on Zoom and explain to them, and they like it. Perhaps this is something that is most remarkable. Also, the cost of doing business has gone down substantially, unbelievably. For example, a lot of big offices have now come down to small offices, and people work from home. So they have now, the people have to get used to having a real boss in the house. That is the wife, They have to work under the wife's control. There is no question about it. And they have to learn how to cook also. They have to learn how to clean the house also. So these are the real things happening in Indian families. And people like it. There is no question about it. The only people who have suffered a lot is the laborers. Laborers who come from faraway states, from Bihar and UP, and come to Gujarat or come to Maharashtra, where Bombay is located. They are the ones who have suffered the most, because they like to go back to their countries, to their own states from where they come. And that has caused a tremendous problem. This is a real problem, because we have to re-establish them, again come back to our own states where they are working. And now it has become more difficult because the COVID is now affecting very adversely. But this is a tremendous experience. People have become more careful about their health. People have become more careful about cleanliness. And I must say, without hesitation, that Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, has done a tremendous job and is worth having a Nobel Prize. The kind of education, the kind of understanding he developed for COVID is unbelievable. And the way he went on, having first started lockdowns and then slowly removing the lockdowns, is a tremendous activity. I am very happy to see that all of you are doing well in America. America is the worst country affected, and unfortunately, huge number of deaths took place in America, which I consider it as my home country, second home country, because I was educated in America and I have a close relationship with America, not only directly but also indirectly through my children. I welcome Sanjay for doing such a good conference, and I heard every one of you, and I'm very happy that you're all getting adjusted to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Yes, I think we have 100 million plus folks who have been vaccinated here in the US. So we are we are looking at hopefully this summer is hopefully it, as far as the pandemic goes, keeping our fingers crossed and prayers that everything works well.
Yeah,
and
but
we can be in good shape this summer, Yeah.
yeah, but Sanjay, one thing that is happening is that even after you are vaccinated, corona returns. A lot of cases have been reported that even after 2 vaccinations, corona can be active.
Yeah,
Maybe in,
there's a lot of research on that, but I'm hoping for better outcomes. So I'm going to focus on more on the positive. So let's do another poll quickly, folks, to get everybody going, and then I want to jump into the conversation about today. So the question is this: how often do you add new content to your website? So I'm hoping everybody has a website here or a place that you send people to. And the question is, how often are you adding new content, something new and exciting, something that, that you want to share with your prospects or customers? And again, this is just a couple of quick rapid fire polls. And then I'm going to share some content about what we can do to get more visitors to our website and get them to do more business with us. So let me go ahead and end the poll quickly. As you can see, there are simple answers here from every week to it's been a long time. So let me go and share the results. A lot of you said every week, which is great. So it's good to see that many of you are sharing content frequently. And actually, that's a good thing. If you're sharing new content frequently on your website, it adds to the visibility that you build. It adds more people coming back to you. Some of you said every few weeks, which is good. I think if you're doing content once every few months or it's been a long time, think about it this way. Think of if your website was your storefront. Let's say if you're a retail store and if your website is a retail presence, and if you're only sharing something new every few months or it's been a long time, how do you think your customers will react to that? So I'm going to leave you with that. The idea is to share something new and exciting, at least every few weeks, if not every week. And by doing so, what it does is it helps bring in new people to your website. So I'm going to stop the sharing of the poll, and I'm going to do one more poll, rapid fire. It's also to do with the website. And this is a simple question: when did you get a new lead or a sale through your website? Right? Did you get a new lead or a sale through your website? Let's talk about it. Did you get it last week? Did you get it 2 weeks back? It's been more than a few weeks, or it's been really long. And I want you to think about your website as your sales machine. It has to be helping you generate new leads or a sale or something worthwhile. And if it's not doing that, then it's time to think, why is it not happening? What is it that you need to be doing to make your website do more, right? To help you generate more business. So again, this was another poll. Let me go ahead and share the results quickly. A couple of you folks said last week, kudos to you. That's what we want. We want new business or new leads to come through your website as often as you can. Some of you said it's been more than a few weeks and it's been so long. That's not a good sign. So we need to help you think about what can you do to generate a lot of business, quickly through your website and not waiting for so long. So let me go ahead and close this polls now. I'm going to share with you a few screens quickly to show you our website and what we are doing with that website. oGoing is helping this particular business with their website and with their marketing and what kind of results we are seeing, just to give you some ideas, and then we will open it up for questions after that. So let me go ahead and start the sharing here. I'm going to share with you a few things here quickly. And first, I want to share with you this company and their website. Is everybody seeing this? Yeah, good. So this is a company. They are in the software space. They do software for healthcare. I work very closely with the CEO of the company as well as many of the team members. and they recently updated their website. It's a beautiful site. It took them a lot of effort, with this company. I'll be happy to refer you if you are looking to update your website. They've done a really good job of what they do here. One of the things I want you to look at is the richness of content. A lot of good content here, very well organized by solutions, different solutions they offer, as well as what are the featured solutions here. They also talk about who they serve, the customers, and how they serve different customers in different industries, as well as they talk about different types of integration they have with different products. So again, a very well organized website with a lot of good content. So what I want you to show you now is some of the behind the scenes. What are the visitors coming, and how they're finding it. So let's first talk about how customers are finding their particular website. So there's a lot of search that happens online, and when people are searching, you can see how many impressions these people, how many searches these folks are having, and from all the searches, how many of them are clicking and going to their website. So as you can see, a lot of search for a lot of different keywords. So these are the searches people are doing on Google and different search engines. And when they're searching, they're finding the website, this particular site that we saw. And once they find it, they're able to go there and essentially do business. So, obviously you can see there's a lot of traction going on. They have a lot of pages, a lot of website pages, and by doing so, they're finding this company. So let me show you the website traffic and the source of traffic. So for instance, if you look at in the last month or so, they had, over almost close to 3,000 new customers that came to their site. And, and what this particular chart is showing is as the new customers are coming in, and you can see how they're finding them. So the customers are coming to the website, mainly through Google organic views. Many are coming directly because they already know who the website is, and they've already done business with them. So they're able to go there directly. They're also going there. We're running some advertisement, so they're able to go there through the advertisement. They're also finding the website through Bing, which is Microsoft. Quite a few people are going through Bing, as well as some of the new search engines like DuckDuckGo and some other places, including LinkedIn and so on. So again, it's very important for you, the website owner, to look at the stats, and you are able to do that if you install this software called Google Analytics, which is free, or you can install Facebook's Pixel. Facebook Pixel is also free, as well as any of the other analytics software. It's very easy to install that onto your website code, and once you do that, you can track this kind of great analytics. Most importantly, as you can see, they had 640 people they were able to convert, and they could track how many folks came and how many filled out a contact form or filled out a lead form or filled out anything which was interesting. And once they filled out the form, we can track how many of them were filled out, and we can see where they came from. Most importantly, we can track that we got a referral from Bing, or we got a referral from LinkedIn, or we got a referral from Google or Facebook and so on, and Reddit. And by tracking, what it allows us to do is then we can go back and say, can we do more of this thing so that we can get more leads? What this also allows a website owner is to look at the lead funnel. So we can say from different countries. So we can say that almost 5,000 people came from the US, versus India, versus Pakistan and Philippines and Canada and so on. So we can even track people by countries. And then once people are coming into the website, we can see what is the starting page, and once they are on a page, what are they doing after that, after they go to the home page or to the starting page, what are they doing next? So again, by installing the analytics, we can pretty much dissect everything that happened on the website, and we can see everything, in terms of, the website users and what they're doing. We can also see where they're coming from. Are they coming from a computer on their desktop, or are they coming from, their smartphone like iPhone, or are they coming from their Google or the Android phones? And we can even see, based on how the visitors are coming, how many pages they're seeing on an average on the website, how many pages they are going, and how much time they are spending on the website. And obviously you want them to spend at least a minute to 2 minutes, because when folks are spending enough time, that's when you see that they will generate, the goals meaning filling out a form, filling out, scheduling a demo, or even, doing a live chat or something. So again, we are able to track all that based on, what computers and what operating systems and tablets they're using. We already talked about the countries. We can even track it all the way down to a city and even a zip code if need be. So we can really fine tune and see that folks, for instance, from the US, they're coming, they're seeing about 2.5 pages on an average on the website. They're spending about a minute or so. And as far as the goals are concerned, the conversion rate is about 8.5%. But on the contrary, what we are also seeing is people coming from India. They are spending more time on the website, over 2.5 minutes, close to, and they're watching and seeing more pages. So again, this is a kind of information, we call it analytics. That's what you need to have on your website. Very easy to install Google Analytics or any of the analytics code. And once you do that, we can pretty much know as scientific as we can get, and then see where the visitors are coming. And once we know where they're coming and where they're going, we can track that, and we can see that how they're converting into a possible customer. Because what we are wanting to do is how we can convert this into customers. So for instance, we can see that when visitors are coming to the home page of the website, which is the starting page, we can see that 1,400 new visitors came to the starting page. They spent over a minute, but when it came to conversion, only less than 1% converted from that, 0.66% only, and only 27 leads were captured. So as far as conversion goes from the home page, it's not that good. But when customers are going to the page, which is eligibility verification, which is a solutions page, we don't get a lot of visitors there, but importantly, the conversion is much higher. It's 2.45%. So that's great. We got 9 leads out of that. And then if you go to a page like a pricing page, obviously that means that somebody is really curious now and they're getting ready to potentially do business. Over there, the conversion was much higher at 16%, and we got 11 leads out of that. So again, we can track all this important information, through the website, and we can also see, for instance, the visitors and what their affinity is. Are they value shoppers? Are they business professionals? Are they technology enthusiasts? And we can look at all this different information, and we can also see from all these different types of people who come, how many of them are actually converting into paid customers. So again, very easy to track all this information, including, what is the type of browser they're using. They're using Chrome browser on a Windows, or Chrome on a Mac, or Safari on an iPhone or an iPad. And we can even look at information that way. and we can make decisions accordingly, saying that people who use Safari browser, they tend to convert on an average 11% versus people who are using a Chrome browser, on an Android, they're converting 17%. So again, all this information, you may think that's a lot of information, but what a good website analytic, consultant can do is they can dissect this information and make decisions for you, and then fine tune your website so that you get more business out of it. Because ultimately, all this data, what we will look at is, you look at all the data and say, okay, now let's make some smart decisions and make some changes so that we can get more leads right through your website, and we can then generate more business for you. For instance, what we are seeing is the age group 25 to 34 has the most traction here, or the most visitors. Well, let's focus on that age group, because it seems to us that they are finding us more often, and they're doing more business with us. And again, that intelligence is there. It's a matter of adding, the two and two together and making sure we generate, the business, that's needed for you. So I wanted to share with you important website analytics. It's free. It's all free to install this on your website. And once it's installed correctly, within a few weeks, we can have all this data, and then we can make smart decisions for you. We can help you generate more business from the visitors you're already seeing. Well, if we find that you're not seeing a lot of visitors, we can help you find more visitors. So does this make sense? All this information, I shared a lot in a very short time. I just wanted to put it out there and see what you think about that. Yeah.
Impressive.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Yeah. So what I want to tell you is this. How do visitors find you? Obviously, they find you through the website, but now they also find you through social media, right? So what's also important is for you to be active. And I have another quick poll on that, on social media, and this is important for you to think about, is how often are you sharing new content on social networks like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, oGoing, etc. Because again, how frequently you share information is important for your prospective customers to not only remember you, because brand is important. The more your brand stays on top of the prospective customers' minds, the more they will think about you when they want to do business. So the frequency of sharing is important, but at the same time, what you share, the quality of content is important too. What you don't want to share is just some junk information every time saying, oh, this is who I am and do business with us. And or we have something like a sale going on. I see a lot of business owners do that. But when you keep doing that again and again, what happens is, instead of resonance, there is the opposite of resonance, which is called dissonance. So you get dissonance, and people run away because they think like all you're trying to do is sell, sell, sell. So what you don't want to do is, on social media, you want to share frequently, but you want to share content that matters to your prospects, more educational content, more interesting content, more content which is like feedback, more motivational content. I know John shares a lot of motivational stuff as well. So you want to share something that inspires your audience. And if you do a good job there, then a lot of visitors can come from your social media channels. They will come back, to your website. But beyond that, what is important is to have great content on your website itself. And that's important, right? Because why think about your website is your sales kit, right? It's like your store. It's like your business location. And when people go to your business location, they want to do business with you. Why? Because they love your location, they love the building, They love the windows, they love the door, they love how you treat them, they love how you greet them. All that matters. So your website is like that. Your website has to look so amazing and has to be a place which is inviting. So it is important that you create good content, great visuals, some videos, and importantly, you refresh the content. Keywords matter as well, right? So when you get into the SEO part, which is how Google helps customers find you, right? So that's where the SEO comes in. That means what keywords you use, how you put the right content. All those things matter. And now the more content you add, like blog articles or something which is interesting, again, that gets, the search engines like Google and Bing, what they do is they put that content in front of your prospective customers when they search. So again, you want to keep building that content. You want to start sharing more interesting content on your website. And the more you share, the more you build, your presence, and the more the search engines will refer you back. Remember, the search engines, they're hungry. They're hungry for good content. So what they want is great content. If you can share great content, they'll be very happy to take your content and put it in front of your customers. And if you are doing that, and if your competitor is not doing that, what do you think will happen? Whose content will win? Yours. Because you are sharing great content. You are putting it in front of the search engines. They'll be very happy to take it and put it in front of your customers. That's their job. Remember, they're in the business of sharing your content. They do. Google doesn't have its own content to share. Well, they do have a few products, but ultimately, when somebody searches on Google or even LinkedIn or Bing or Yahoo or Facebook, they want to share your content. That's why you win. So again, great content and quality content wins. So again, I wanted to share a few things, on why it's important for you to create that and create that presence. So on that note, any questions? Uh, did I answer all your questions? That would be incredible. So go ahead and ask, and if not, then we can call it a day until our next roundtable in April.
Hey, Sanjay, that P-Verify website, are you doing or who is doing that?
Yes, so we help them build that website, Balaji, and it's a consultant, a company that we found, really great company.
Okay.
So we went through that, and I'll be happy to introduce you to them. Yeah. I didn't do it personally myself. We found an external company, and they're actually like a top 10 company for WordPress, but quite affordable actually, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Pankaj, you had a question or you're good?
Yeah, just Sanjay bhai, so you don't do the website, but what is your involvement in that with the analytics?
Right. So we build the website copy. So the website design is done by the company that I talked about, and I have many designers who will build that. But the copy is important, right? By copy, I mean the content. So we help you build that compelling content, and the visuals, things which will help you convert and get more business, because it's a combination of the visual design with compelling content which your folks will want to read about and take action on, right? So, and then once we do that, then of course we will install the website analytics, and we'll keep fine tuning it till it becomes a machine that generates business for you.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bruce, Dave, any questions?
No, I'm glad they clarified it, because it's still a little fuzzy as to who does what. And what you said was then that thing that's free, you can attach that to anybody. Anybody can use that.
That's the analytics, the website analytics.
And what you can do is add value by helping them understand the impact of those analytics, and then you will help them change the copy to more reflect what you want them to do, is the idea.
Absolutely, because
what kind of clients are you looking for? What size is your sweet spot for?
right. So somebody who has a website who's generating at least a couple of 100,000 or more in revenues, because obviously they have hit some numbers. I mean, I work with clients even at 100,000 level, annual revenue, because ultimately I like a challenge where somebody is looking to grow. So if we can help them grow, we can help them find more visitors. Yeah.
Will you do the CEO part as well and getting them on blogs and things, or is it?
Absolutely. So we will do the blog articles, everything for them. We'll drive new content, which will then generate more visitors, which will generate more business. Yeah.
Okay. So is it a fixed fee normally that you'll work with for the smaller companies? They usually like that, don't they? Where they
Yeah. So for small businesses, we have different plans, starting at $299 a month and up.
Okay.
Right. So which will help them, grow their visibility, which will help them install the analytics, will track things for them. And if we have to do more content, then the cost goes up. It does include some basic content, but if we have to start doing more content writing, then the cost goes up a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have small business plans, and if it's just social media plans where we are sharing only social media content, then the plan is 99 a month, right? So we have, but if the moment we get into the website and start doing more things, then the cost goes up.
Interesting.
Yeah, and look, I also have clients who do a few thousand a month, right? So we have that as well, but then that gets into the realm of strategic consulting, looking at the whole end-to-end picture, and looking at all different ways we can generate leads for them, through digital marketing, all avenues, not just the website.
Are you finding that you're able to pay out what your cost is pretty quickly, and how quickly does that usually happen?
I mean, ideally, I would like to do more small business clients, right? Which are, in the 299 and up range, because then if we know that we can help them, generate consistently, some new leads, then they tend to stay for the long term. But I mean, the pandemic has thrown a lot of this in reverse.
Well, do you find, what is the rate of return that you seem to be getting?
Oh, the rate is, are you talking about oGoing's business? I mean, we have renewal.
Well, they hire you, and what kind of results are they getting for the money?
They start generating leads pretty much from the first and second month onwards. So the ROI or the rate on interaction or return is at least 3x to 4x, maybe more. So on their investment of $299 a month, if we don't generate them at least 900 or 1,000 a month, then we are not doing something right.
Okay. No, that's good.
That's how we look at things. Yeah. Now it won't happen in the first month, but we tell the client, if we don't start seeing business by the second or third month, then obviously, we need to rework some of this. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I think now with all the tools that we have, as you can see, we can get really smart really fast, and then look at different ways to help them, grow that.
Well, again, it's like anything else. It's a bunch of data, and unless there's somebody coming alongside to tell you what the heck to do with it, it probably just sit there.
A lot of owners, they don't even track the data, much less they have installed things, right? So it's obviously the networking and face-to-face has its place, for finding new leads, but online, is scalable if it's done right. Yeah.
No, what I'm finding, if I can interject, is social media, which I don't or haven't done to any great degree, is right now, because of Zoom meetings and the like, it's the only way you're going to reach out and be able to touch people. I'm doing a great deal of stuff with LinkedIn right now. And I mean, on the corporate side, they've actually brought a guy in to help us structure our LinkedIn and use LinkedIn. And then the business coach that I use, the coaching,
Yeah.
he is an adamant social media guy. And I mean all social media,
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, I don't even know half the names that he utilizes. But that's the one thing that he's pushing, is utilizing that social media to reach your potential client and to stay in touch with your client.
Yeah, so oGoing already, so you should also get active on oGoing there, because we have over 100,000 businesses now. And, we're growing every day. We're adding organically 30, 40, 50 new businesses every day, right? So I would definitely recommend being, especially if your business is small business or doing business with small business,
Yeah.
then oGoing would be a good place for you to get the word out and share your.
Well, I know I'm on it. I just haven't been using it. So
Yeah, you're right. So that's what I've noticed. Some of you are on it, but not quite active, because there are quite a few alternatives out there. But the reality is, you're right. We have limited resources, time, and the question is always like, where do you make the most of that? And ultimately, I think as a platform, you're right. LinkedIn has been quite useful. I use LinkedIn a lot and help a lot of businesses on LinkedIn. Recently, I started helping a very good technology company in biotech, and the business was stalling, and we put them on LinkedIn and made them active on oGoing, and now in the last 2 months, they've gotten so many new leads that I think the CEO kind of said, like, hey, let's slow down a little bit.
That's a good place to be.
Good problem to have. And they have a complex business. It's not a simple business. They do this thing called, it has to do with blood and sampling, and they have created some unique manufacturing technology to help the labs and organizations who are into biotech and nanotech and so on. So it wasn't like a simple thing out there, but the fact is there is business to be had if you do it the right way. Now, obviously, that's a business which is a little more on the high end, right? So I've put a lot of energy and resources behind that to generate the business for them. But I'm just saying, even for the mid tier or the SMB, we can deliver results, which can make a big difference on for B2C on Facebook and Instagram. There are a lot of new networks now, which are doing very well as well, like Nextdoor and Pinterest, and the list is pretty big now. So I think it's a matter of connecting the dots and helping businesses to find customers, wherever they are. Yeah. So I know we went a little over time here, but don't want to hold you folks too long. But feel free to reach out. You know my email. And we will do the next roundtable in April. So I'm looking at the third week or so. But thank you all for attending. Thank you all for supporting oGoing over the last whole year or so. We started our first online roundtable when the pandemic hit. I believe it was exactly a year ago, March 31st of 2020. I remember, now, going back, we have done quite a few since then. Some of you have been regulars, so I really appreciate that. And I think we have built this online community here through Zoom and through oGoing, through LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you all are. And I think I'm hoping that we can get to doing this live, hopefully face-to-face soon this year for sure.
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day.
Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you all. Thank you, Tony. Great to see you. Yes.
And you.
Same here. Yes.